Notice this guy over here decided to go deal with him. Then move forward with fencing off the rest of the area. Leave that part open because that's where I wanted to put the fence gate and have the entrance be. And I start fencing off the area that will become the wheat farm, as I planned. Now, this is one of the larger areas of the field, just because wheat is it's an important one to have. You get seeds and you get hay from it, which are both important. And having the lack of wood now, I decided to go cut stuff down and notice that the villages of Japan have started building stuff. I noticed this dark block here and decide it's probably not the best to let the villagers of this village have that. They could corrupt them. And so I destroyed it and took it for myself, even though I doubt I'll ever use it. I still am just trying to protect them from the dark forces around them. They do not need to know about the dark powers that have already started taking place in their village, as suspect by that pillar. Now, as of right now, I do not know what they're building over there. So, I believe here in a bit I'll probably go check what they're building at their command place once I'm done collecting wood. But because I haven't spent enough time interacting with the Japanese people, I do not know their language. I do not understand it. So yeah, that's what happened there. And there's a little bit of screen tearing right there. So yeah. I like using this dark wood for building stuff as it provides a good contrast if you use it along with birch wood. Alright. Alright. And as you can see here, I like saying alright. Alright. He's alright. Alright, man. And I just noticed that I forgot to have my armor on me. Well, that's sad that that didn't bring back our game audio, but let's continue. Right now I am building the four corners of the stable. I'm having it at the edge of my fields just because I feel it looks better there in the corner, and for some reason I built this pillar up way too high. I can't remember if it was like a keyboard problem or what. I think I was measuring stuff out. So, continue to adjust my measurements based off of what I found, and gathered some dark wood so as to connect these areas and build walls. Now that I have the positioning of the fourth and final pillar, I put it in using the dark wood, the spruce wood. I just call it dark wood because it is darker than the other woods. Although I don't think it's the darkest. I'm pretty sure dark oak is. And all. Oh, and for some reason, instead of putting more spruce wood in my hand, it just put the regular birch wood, which slowed me down. Let's see. Right now I'm working on my plans for the rest of this area. I create these spaces and all for a design that I was thinking of putting in on here, and I did decide to go with, just to make it feel a bit more like a stable to me. So, the sun going down, it's time for me to head back to my bed and sleep, to create inventory space for my armor. And my screen's shaky. The shaky screen. Don't know what caused that. I really probably should look into what causes all this random stuff. But, yeah. I think it adds character to the video. And we have an unexpected guest in our farm area, but he is dispatched quickly. It's only once I get up here that I realize, oh, I didn't make what I needed to in order to continue building. So, using the spruce wood, I make some slabs, and I put these slabs right there. And I plan to leave the top half of that slab open, which would help the stable breathe. And many stables I've seen have something similar, where there's room that allows the horses to look out if they so choose to want to look out, but as well, it allows air to flow in and keeps it from feeling as confined, because air is, well, flowing in. So now I try to use parkour to get up there, but finally just decide, nope, not good at parkour. And so I head on back to grab more spruce wood, or what was I heading back over here to grab? Oh, I was just checking on the progress of Japan in their building. So you can see he was still placing down more dirt. And this is where I try and see what he's building. I check on everything there. I check on what they have in stock as far as materials and stuff, but I find nothing that interests me. Nothing that I would be willing to sell stuff for. Alright. I collect the birch wood from my chest and make some stairs for the roof, as I find the contrast between the spruce and birch wood it looks nice when building a place. Now, I believe that if you were doing this, you'd probably want to use a bit darker, well, actually, you would probably want to use a lighter color on the roof and a darker color on the sides, because darker colors will absorb more heat, while lighter colors will absorb, or get rid of more heat. They just don't absorb as much heat as darker colors do. If you want an example of this, if you've got someone with a black car and someone with a white car, have the person with a black car and the person with a white car park in the same parking lot during the same hot day, and then get inside both vehicles to see how warm they are. You'll find that the black car is considerably warmer than the white one. And right now I noticed the mistake I did, where I was covering up the little areas I left exposed to let air in. So I went back around and started clearing out my mistake. So I found this to start being a problem putting in these stairs, which is why I like being able to fly when I build, because it just makes things easier. But I couldn't find a good mod that adds in the ability to fly like you can in creative mode that isn't either, well, that isn't super easy to use. Like, you just start off with the power of flight, because I find that annoying, or the power of flight you get is just kind of meh. It's not really flying, it's... You can't hover. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Because I find being able to hover is really the good use of flight. Most are like just an extended jump mod, where you can jump higher. As you can see, I struggle with the stair system because it doesn't like to work with me. Place some dirt as scaffolding so that I can place down these blocks properly. But even with it, I managed to mess up the placing of the blocks once. And now it is time to yet again head back and go to sleep. And sleep the day away. After I take off my armor. As you can see on the map, it's glitching out where if the areas that have changed, which just seems to happen with this mod. And here I think I keep accidentally hitting the V key, or no, I only did it once. I only did it once. So now I clear out that dirt scaffolding I had over there and continue building. I always have the most trouble at the edge of a building. And I finally noticed an unwelcome guest in our farm area. Luckily, I noticed him before he noticed me, and I freak out because I accidentally fell off again. Because I didn't hold shift. So continuing our way around, we build more. I use these birch planks I have available to put in the corners and make it symmetrical, but the main use of them is just making it so I can place down these blocks a bit easier. Continuing my way around, I make a slight mistake that actually inspires me for another design aspect later on. And I make the same mistake again, furthering my inspiration to do it. And there's the final straw in my inspiration. As you can see, I place these stairs upside down, which leaves even more openings to where air can get in. Which I feel, just makes it feel a bit brighter inside, but as well makes it feel less claustrophobic. So I do my measurements using the slits that are on the side, allowing air in, just to make sure that they are properly placed and the building is symmetrical. So, having done that, I decided that it is time to cap off the roof of the building, feeling that if I continue the roof on anymore, it'll look kind of silly, just because they'll have a big pyramid roof, and pyramid roofs, while they can be okay, I find that usually it's best if you cut them off before they get to where they look ridiculous. So I go gather more birch wood so I can finish capping it. And voila, the inner structure of our stable is complete. Actually, with a hoe, you don't need it too much, but it's annoying if you gotta continually make iron hoes and such, because they keep breaking while you're setting up your farm. So with this, I'll have one hoe to rule them all forever. Which is what you want. You want to have that bottom bitch. And that's how it works. Really offensively. Yeah.